let's take a look at some news articles. I just learned about this podcast called Firewalls Don't Stop Dragons, where they interview security experts and try to put it in terms that can be understood by non-technical people. And a lot of really famous people, like Kashmir Hill is a really famous journalist, covers privacy issues. Jeff Moss founded DEF CON. These are very famous people, so certainly be fun to listen to them getting interviewed. Very important people in the field. So Australia doesn't apparently make any cars, so they don't have to have protectionist tariffs the way we do. So the Chinese cars come in and everybody's buying Chinese EVs. I've been hearing this from a lot of sources. The Chinese EVs are much cheaper and better than American cars or other EV sources. And you know, I think we propped up our own inferior car industry by blocking them with tariffs, which is a highly debatable procedure. But anyway, that's what we got. Apparently they're great, and Australia has them everywhere. So Apple was issued a secret order. It sounds like the same thing we call here a national security letter, demanding that they break their encryption. The government wants to have access to unencrypted iCloud storage. And Apple responded by removing the encryption option for iCloud storage in the UK, and now they're protesting it in court and trying to have it reversed. But like here, this is all required to be secret. I don't know how it leaked out. Someone could probably be prosecuted for leaking it out. And they say even if they do go to court, the results will not be public. So this is the problem with secret orders and secret courts. We got them here and they have them there. And you never know what they're doing, and you never know how it turned out. So this Andy Dunn has made an app to try to help people make friends, which is a big problem. Americans are very isolated, and I just heard Scott Galloway quote a statistic saying, I think he said more than 50% of all the young men between the ages of 15 and 25 have never asked a girl out on a date ever in physical world. And he said this is creating an epidemic of loneliness. People aren't finding a mate. They aren't having sex. They aren't forming relationships. And that is particularly unhealthy for men, according to him. And he seems to be more or less more educated about this than I am. But men are emotionally rather fragile. And I think this does lead to the incel movement, where you have all these men that are just very dysfunctional and disgruntled and doing crazy things and blaming women for the fact that they can't get a date. So anyway, this app, it sounds a little bit like a dating app. They have events where a lot of people come physically, but first they fill out a survey, and it puts you at a table with 6 other people that had similar answers to the survey, so hopefully you'll be interested in talking to them. So it sounds a little bit like speed dating, sort of inclined to help people make friends. Probably a good idea. I think Americans are too isolated. This may be a way to do something about it. Anyway, that's enough of the news.